Hello, today we are going to analyze 3 short forms of Gothic horror in media. These include 1 extract from the short story, The Telltale Heart, and 2 contemporary film trailers from the feature-length films, The House with the Clock on the Walls and The Babadook. When looking at these trailers, I will be analyzing 3 Gothic horror conventions that make up the greatness of the horror genre within each film. These conventions being atmosphere, settings, and the supernatural. Extract 1. The Telltale Heart. The Telltale Heart, written by Edgar Allan Poe, was originally published in 1843. The highly acclaimed short story upholds many conventions of the Gothic horror genre, even prior to many conventions of Gothic horror being established. Because of this, The Telltale Heart has become a pioneer of the Gothic horror genre. The protagonist of The Telltale Heart personifies Gothic horror conventions through his evident insanity and his compulsive terror of the old man who employs him. This terror of the old man is drawn from his eye, described as the eye of a vulture, a pale blue eye. Besides the vulture eye, the protagonist loves the old man, but the terror of the eye leads the insane protagonist to taking the life of the old man purely to rid the eye of him forever. The Telltale Heart fulfills Gothic horror conventions through atmosphere, setting, and the supernatural. The Telltale Heart atmosphere puts you in the mind of an insane person, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty and fear. The location of the Telltale Heart is in a dark mansion, the only 2 occupants being the boss and the protagonist. Trailer 1. The House with the Clock on the Walls. In horror film productions, one of the most important ways of enthralling the audience is through the way scenes are shot. For example, when in the scene of the tentacle behind the door, the camera changes to a close shot of the unsuspecting protagonist, Lewis, scared and surprised of the supernatural tentacles he had just seen out of the door. The abnormal tentacles is an immediate way to show the level of supernatural in the film. When the female owner of the mansion Lewis is staying at asks the male owner of the mansion, "You told Lewis everything?" The male owner looks down at the ground, indicating his concern as the trailer cuts to a frightening lightning strike, and then the 2 owners standing in front of the mansion, rain pouring in the darkness behind them, as they look at each other with knowing glares. The foreshadowing of an unknown power. This fear of unknown brings tension and fear to the characters. The House with the Clock on the Walls is set in a mansion full of supernatural creatures. Trailer 2. The Babadook. The Babadook is a psychological horror film that makes the audience question their own psyche. In the shot where the Babadook is revealed, the camera is low to create the effect that the Babadook is towering over the audience. The Babadook is a terrifying monster with sharp claws and a supernatural ability to float. In scenes where the Babadook is terrifying the main characters, only a small part of the Babadook can be seen. This is because of lack of light in the shot. The Babadook not fully revealing itself gives off the feeling of uneasiness and mystery. The Babadook isolates the main characters in their psyche through everyone not believing the supernatural tale of the Babadook. Because of this, the main character questions everything.